Ladies and gents, welcome back. Oh, it is just a nice windy spring day out here, but it's not raining, so happy about that. The old Thor bird. Thor's turning out to be quite the good dog, I tell you. We are super happy with him. And Uno's always a good dog. He's just curious and loves shadows. Alright guys, I figured today would be a good as day as any to get the CBX out and get it cleaned up, and we're gonna throw this bad boy on eBay. This bike it's a pretty special bike as far as it only has 2,815 miles on it. I bought this bike off of a very serious collector who was extremely wealthy. Excuse me. And he had the bike, and unfortunately, he didn't ride it very much, and obviously with 2,800 miles, and he rode it to the dentist's office and parked it on the side stand. And if you look, this is just a regular old petcock there, not a vacuum one. Well, somehow what I think happened was I think it hydrolocked. Because after disassembling the engine, the number one cylinder, the rod was bent. So that was kind of my theory on what happened. The CBX is kind of known for that, and they actually had a recall kit that Honda sent out, but these were really poor sellers in the United States. So the kit didn't get here, and I think they changed it on the 1980 model, or maybe even the late 79. This bike also has something that's pretty rare. Some people call it the sport package, some people call it the European package, but the clip-ons are only a couple inches tall, and normally they're like up here, which I actually have all the other parts for it as well. I've decided to sell everything separately, just because it's shipping-wise, it's going to be easier. I think value-wise, I'm definitely going to get a lot more money. It's just going to be more of a pain in the neck. I already sold the extra exhaust I had for it, but the next thing I want to sell is this. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut the chain off. Just so it's easier to roll, and then clean it up a little bit. Oh, I want to switch the shocks out. I have the original shocks, and it has a set of progressives on it right now, so I think we'll put the OEM ones on. And then I also have the side covers, so we got to get those and figure out how to zip tie the air box up there. Yeah, a little bit of work to do on it, but a lot less than if we were gonna try to rebuild that engine, which fortunately I just don't have time to do right now, and everything's expensive. So on this one, we're just gonna sell it the way it is. All right, that should help it roll a little easier. Oh my goodness, the dogs are all laid out, but it is awful windy today, guys. And in the mountains, when it's windy like that, sometimes that means the power is gonna go out. Thor could care less though. Oh, bud, you are just chilling. With your tongue out, of course. Of course. Oh, making progress on the CBX. I got one of the side covers out. I need to climb up in the attic. I have a whole bunch of CBX parts. So somewhere I have the stock shocks. We need to find those. Yeah, I want to look for a couple other things, see what else is in there. And I don't know. The bike itself, though, is cleaning up nice. It's a ton of tedious work. This front wheel is taking me forever, but yeah, it's looking good. I just hope it photographs as good as it looks. After a lot of digging, I found the stock shocks, so we'll put those on. And a big part of the sport kit is, well, the different handlebars. Also, the cables are different. So we're going to take these cables off the carburetors here so we can include that, because without the cables, it's kind of tough. Whoever would buy it would have to hunt those down. And on the sport kit, the cables come out at the top of the switch housing instead of the bottom. And the turn signal switch is actually different as well, because the wiring harness length. So yeah, I found that. Now what excuse me, now what I'm looking for is the linkage, the shift linkage for this side, because that's also different with the sport kit. So I would like to make all that complete one way or the other. I do have all the stock stuff, but I don't want to go through the hassle of putting all that on. I have extra engine covers, kickstand, powder coated parts, and still have more stuff to dig out. And I actually have the whole engine and all kinds of other stuff to go through as well. Well, boys and girls, here she is, the old 79 CBX. I spent all day detailing her, and sorry if this was a short, boring video, but you know what? Detailing is boring, and I didn't feel the need to, you know, show me scrubbing. But no, CBX came out pretty good. It's nice now that the chain is off of it, because now I can roll it around and whatnot. I got the wheel all cleaned up, and no, she looks really, really good. The paint on this bike is in phenomenal condition. Love it. You know, it's a real it's a shame I don't have more time. I would have really liked to throw a motor in this thing and get it out on the road, but sometimes you gotta prioritize the old projects, and I decided that I'm gonna try to shift the old business more towards custom stuff and a little bit away from the factory restorations. And this bike is way too nice to chop up or do anything crazy to. So we're gonna let her go to somebody who's gonna appreciate it for being a stock beauty. All right, guys, it took me all day, but we got the old CBX detailed, all cleaned up. I got the cables taken off the carburetors, so that way when we sell it, I can send those as well. So yeah, everything went pretty good. I took some pictures. Hopefully they turned out. I got to do a little editing and see if there was enough light, because it ended up taking me all day to clean the old girl up. She's been sitting under a cover in my shop for too long, and yeah, hopefully she's gonna go to a good home where somebody's gonna love it and throw an engine in it and ride the darn thing, because it's a beautiful bike. Yeah, pretty cool. And tomorrow we're gonna get after it again. Got a ton of other stuff to do. So as always, thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe while you're here, and we'll see you tomorrow on the next one.